The number of people visiting Las Vegas is continuing its downward trend.
International tourism is definitely down. Over 50%. Over 50% of the people I get in my store are international people, and I see that as down, especially from Asia.
Everything is just so prohibitively expensive. Like buffets are over $80. Even just to park on the strip was $20 for an hour.
A ticket to Vegas used to be like $100 to $200 max. And if you lived in California and the surrounding,
for breakfast, maybe around $50 for the two of us. Dinner with a drink, maybe around like $100. These hotels and casinos in Las Vegas have to be upfront now about resort fees, so that's not a surprise at checkout. What you see when you're making the booking is what you're going to pay, unless if you do an early check-in fee or a late checkout fee.
I just got a coffee here at the Venetian at Starbucks, and it was $9.50. $9.50 for a latte at the Venetian in Las Vegas. Starbucks.
$52 for 2 slices of pizza and 2 Cokes.
The average room price dropped to $163 a night. Buffets are going to run you about $100. Heck, a cup of coffee is going to be $9.
One buffalo chicken sandwich, waffle fries, a Diet Coke, and a vanilla milkshake. And guess how much the bill came up for?
$80 Canadian.
This is 50 USD. If you convert it, it's like almost $80.
There is none. There's no likelihood. It's too expensive. Everything, fees, everything is too expensive.
We were not expecting it to be that expensive. It's quite expensive.
I've been to Vegas like probably 20 times, and I definitely think this is the slowest I've seen in a long time.
We will probably never come back again.
We're never coming back to this city.
Las Vegas is losing tourists, and hotels are hiding why. Before we begin, don't forget to subscribe so you never miss our in-depth news reports from across the United States. Something strange is happening in America's entertainment capital. Las Vegas used to be a place where anyone could visit. Cheap rooms, free parking, low-cost buffets, and unforgettable shows. But now more and more travelers are saying the same thing. Vegas just isn't worth it anymore. The shocking part is, they're not talking about crime or safety. They're not talking about casinos or tourism fatigue. They're talking about money, specifically the unfair and frustrating fees that hotels and resorts are secretly charging. In fact, the Las Vegas tourism decline has already begun. Visitor numbers have dropped, hotel occupancy is down, and online forums are flooded with angry reviews from people who feel cheated. Hidden resort fees, parking fees, service fees, and other junk charges are no longer small add-ons. Now they're the main business model. Tonight we go inside the truth behind these shocking fees and why millions of Americans say they may never return to Las Vegas again. Part 1. The sudden decline. Let's take a closer look at what is really happening. Las Vegas was once the ultimate escape, a bright playground in the Nevada desert that welcomed more than 40 million visitors every year. But according to new tourism data, that era may be slipping away. In the first half of 2025, total visitor numbers quietly dropped by more than 7% compared to the previous year. Hotel occupancy along the famous Las Vegas Strip also declined, falling between 6 and 8% depending on the property. Convention travel, which is one of the biggest sources of steady revenue for the city, has fallen by nearly 10%. That is not a small dip. That is a warning signal. Even more concerning is what people are saying across Reddit, TripAdvisor, and travel forums. Longtime visitors are posting the same message again and again. I love Vegas, but I am not going back. Some say the city has lost its magic. Others complain that everything now feels like a corporate trap designed to squeeze money from every pocket.
How much did you pay for this?
$33.
$30 for that be some drink.
Which, they moved the resort fee. Every time we would come, the resort fees went higher to the point where they were $50.
Travel reviewers describe a place that looks exciting on the outside, but feels hollow and overpriced once you arrive. This shift is not a mystery. It did not happen overnight, and it is not the result of bad luck. There are clear reasons behind the decline, and they all connect to one thing. Las Vegas is no longer a good value for the average American traveler. So what changed? Why are millions of tourists turning away from a city that was once considered the most entertaining destination in the country? To find the real answer, we need to go beyond the bright lights and casino floors. We need to expose a new business strategy that is quietly draining travelers and damaging the future of Las Vegas. And it starts with one simple truth. The price you see is no longer the price you pay. Part 2, the shocking truth, hidden fees. Hidden fees have become the silent enemy of travelers in Las Vegas. At first, they seem small and harmless. A little fee here, a small charge there. But by the time a guest checks out, those fees can nearly double the cost of the trip. The biggest offender is the so-called resort fee. This fee is added to almost every hotel booking on the Strip, and it is not optional. Hotels claim it includes perks like Wi-Fi, gym access, or local phone calls, but travelers argue that those services used to be free, and most people do not even use them. A room that appears to cost $90 a night can suddenly become $160 or more after resort fees and taxes. That is not a perk, that is deception, and millions of travelers feel tricked. But it does not stop there. Las Vegas used to be famous for free parking. Today, many hotels charge daily parking fees that range from nearly $20 to almost $30 a day. Visitors driving in from California, Utah, or Arizona now end up paying extra just to leave their car in a lot. Then come the surprise service fees, the mysterious facility fees, and something called a destination charge, which many guests say gives them nothing in return. Some hotels have even added an energy surcharge during busy months. It has reached the point where travelers are not just paying for their room, they are paying for the right to exist inside the hotel. Even using the minibar can be risky. Some hotels use sensors that automatically charge guests if they simply move an item. No warning, no explanation, just a higher bill. This system is designed for one purpose: to advertise a cheaper price online, then collect more money from guests later. It feels less like hospitality and more like a trap, and that is the heart of the problem.
Who on earth ever heard of spending $600 or $700 a night for a hotel room in Las Vegas?
Is that the larger resorts in Las Vegas seem to be attempting to transition to a different type of market, to a more luxury, more expensive offering.
Las Vegas used to be built on fairness. You paid a little, you played a little, and everyone walked away happy. But now visitors say the city is violating an unspoken rule of travel: keep the price honest. These hidden fees are not just annoying, they are starting to destroy trust. And once trust is gone, people do not come back. Next, let's look at the real stories from travelers who were hit hardest by these fees and why their anger is now going viral across America. Part 3, Real Stories That Made Headlines. These are not just isolated complaints. Real travelers are stepping forward with real stories, and many of them have gone viral nationwide. One guest checked into a well-known hotel on the Las Vegas Strip and ended up paying more than $50 a day in fees for something unbelievable. She never used the minibar. She never touched a single bottle. All she did was unplug the minibar fridge so she could use the outlet to charge her phone. The hotel billed her a daily penalty for tampering with minibar equipment. She called it robbery. Millions of people online agreed. Another traveler shared his experience with room snacks. He moved a small can of soda from the minibar shelf for just a few seconds. A sensor triggered an automatic charge. He never even opened it. He was still forced to pay for it. Then there was the story of the $26 bottle of water. A single bottle. Nothing special about it except the hotel minibar label. That simple bottle became a symbol of everything that is wrong with Las Vegas pricing. Food prices have also exploded. One family ordered a basic poke bowl at a luxury resort. The meal itself was already expensive, but by the time extra service fees and taxes were added, the total reached $45. That did not include a drink. It did not include a tip. Even checking in early can cost more now. One traveler arrived at his hotel at 2 in the afternoon. His room was clean and ready, but the front desk charged him $60 just to receive his room key 2 hours sooner. Guests are calling this paywall hospitality, and they are tired of it. Screenshots of outrageous bills are now viral on TikTok, Facebook travel groups, and Twitter. Hashtags like Vegas Rip, Not Worth It, and Vegas Fees are being used by frustrated travelers. The message is spreading fast. People love big shows, luxury hotels, and bright lights, but not when they feel cheated. Trust is breaking down, and it is breaking down fast. And behind all of this, there is a business strategy that hotels do not want to admit. That is exactly what we are going to uncover next. Part 4. Why is Las Vegas doing this? So why is this happening? Why would Las Vegas risk losing loyal visitors and damaging its reputation? The answer is simple but uncomfortable. This is not an accident. This is a business strategy. For decades, Las Vegas casinos made most of their money from gambling. Slot machines, poker tables, and blackjack brought in massive profits. Hotels could afford to offer cheap rooms, free buffets, and friendly perks because gamblers would lose money inside the casinos. It was an unwritten deal between Vegas and the visitor. Come have fun, and we will treat you well. But that deal has changed. People today gamble less than they used to. Younger tourists spend more on concerts, restaurants, and nightlife than on casino tables. Many prefer low-stakes entertainment or online betting apps over traditional gambling floors. As a result, casinos had to find a new way to make money. And they did by shifting their entire business model. Instead of focusing on gambling revenue, Las Vegas now focuses on non-gaming revenue, which includes food, entertainment, attractions, and most importantly, fees. In the last decade, non-gaming revenue has quietly grown to make up more than half of total earnings for the major resort companies. For some of them, it is now over 60%. That means hotels are no longer motivated to treat guests generously. Their new strategy is clear. Advertise low prices to bring you in, then charge more for everything once you arrive. It is money first, loyalty second. And that shift has created a dangerous divide, because now Las Vegas is starting to send a message it never sent before. If you are not a high spender, you are no longer welcome. But pushing away the middle-class tourist may turn out to be the biggest mistake Las Vegas has ever made. Let's talk about what this new strategy really means and who Las Vegas is trying to attract now. Here is where everything changes. This is no longer just about annoying resort fees or expensive parking. This is the moment many experts warn that the Las Vegas tourism decline could turn into a long-term crisis. Because as Las Vegas chases luxury profits, it is slowly abandoning the very people who built it, everyday travelers. And when trust breaks, business follows. But this story gets even bigger because what is happening in Las Vegas is now catching the attention of Washington. Part 5, FTC versus junk fees. In response to growing public frustration, the federal government has stepped in. The issue is no longer just a travel complaint, it is now a national economic debate. Earlier this year, the Federal Trade Commission introduced new regulations targeting what they call junk fees. These fees are extra charges added at the end of a purchase that mislead customers about the real price. They are common in hotel bookings, concert tickets, rental cars, and airline services, and Las Vegas has become the capital of junk fees in the hotel industry. Under the new rules, hotels and travel websites must now display the full price up front, including resort fees and mandatory surcharges. This means no more fake room rates designed to trick people into clicking. The first price you see must be the real price you pay. That sounds like a victory for travelers. But here is the truth, it does not solve the problem. The FTC did not ban junk fees. It only forced companies to be more transparent about them. Hotels can still charge resort fees, destination fees, parking fees, energy fees, and whatever new names they invent, as long as they show them earlier in the booking process. And that is exactly what Las Vegas hotels are doing. They are not lowering prices. They are not reducing fees. They are simply moving those fees from the checkout page to the booking screen and calling it compliance. Some hotel executives argue that this is fair pricing, but consumer protection groups say it is a marketing trick that keeps prices artificially high while pretending to be honest. In other words, nothing has really changed. Travelers are still paying more than ever, and tourists are still leaving Las Vegas feeling frustrated. Meanwhile, a new question is emerging. If Vegas keeps raising costs, who will still be able to afford to go? The truth is clear. The Las Vegas tourism decline is not just about travel. It is a warning about what happens when business loses respect for its customers. People do not stop traveling because prices go up. They stop traveling when they feel cheated. They stop when trust is broken. Las Vegas can still recover. It can win back visitors, rebuild fairness, and once again become a destination people love, not fear. But that will only happen if hotels and casino corporations put transparency and value ahead of quick profit. Because in the end, travelers will always choose one thing over bright lights and luxury rooms: honesty. So the question now is not whether Las Vegas can survive. The real question is, can it change? Thank you for watching, and if you want more real analysis behind the headlines, make sure to subscribe for our next report.